Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping. And today we're here to talk about the spy camera from CamDuck. So let's get into this. All right, so what is this? Why am I bringing it to your attention? Well, first off, the company reached out to me and asked me if I would like to review one of theirs. And fortunately for me, one of my indoor security cameras just stopped working. I won't use a better phrase, but yeah, it stopped working. So I was like, wow, the timing couldn't be better. This is something that seemed really cool after I looked it over. And so what you're gonna get is one of these. So as you can see, sorry the lighting isn't great, like the sun's starting to go down, but you're gonna have two USB ports right here, a USB-C, and then 4 outlets. Now, the reason why this is considered a spy camera is because there's a camera right in here that you obviously can't see. Now, they do give you a little tool that's going to help you remove this top plate so you can put it an SD card and record. So that's really cool. But the reason why I like this is because the camera that I had was an obvious camera. So if someone was to break into your home, they could look at that and they would know what spaces to avoid because they know they're going to be recorded. But this, you can literally use this to charge your phone, your watch, your power banks, whatever it is that you need to recharge, flashlights for me. And you have a variety of different ways that you can charge things, which also masks the fact that this is a camera, which I think is really cool, because if you're not home or you are home and somebody breaks into your house, you're now recording them and they don't know they're being recorded. So they may continue to go about whatever it is that they're doing, and you get a better shot at looking at their face and having a better description to provide to police, which I think is a really cool idea. Now, what do you get in the box? Well, you get the camera, obviously, and then you get a SD card reader that you could plug in. It doesn't give in the description or the manual, and I probably should have asked this about the company before I did the video, but here we go, because I forgot. It gives you everything you need to know about setting up. So if at any point you want to pause so that you can read, at least get an idea. I'll just keep doing that for a second. And then on the back, it's more detailed stuff. If you want to keep pausing, pause, pause. It's all about setting up the camera and getting all that kind of stuff done. It's really simple, I promise you. You get this little guitar pick to remove this little top plate, which is where you're going to put the SD card. A screw so that you can mount the device into the outlet that you're hooking it to. I haven't done it yet just because I wanted to keep working with this camera and figuring out all its uses, just to make sure that I liked it before I'm going to permanently mount it. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to permanently mount it. Well, not permanent. I'm going to put the screw in so that it doesn't come out. Pretty simple. So, but also one thing that you're going to do is you're going to download their app. It's called CamDuck. Right now, because I have the camera out here, it is offline. But what I'll show you once we get inside and I hook it up is you have alarm messages. You can sort pictures or videos into albums. You have a SD file. And then of course your settings as to what you wanted to do, but you can take videos and you can take pictures with it, which both are to the good, because obviously if something goes wrong in your life and people are in your house that you don't want there, you can record this to your phone or the SD card that's in the camera. And I'm just going to assume, since it doesn't mention anything in there, I could put an SD card in this because that's what it's designed to do, and record it to here. Yeah, because you could put a little mini SD card right back there and then just use that plugged in, which, if this is how it's supposed to work, you could record right to this, which you could obviously instantly give to police or whoever that you need to give it to. but at the same time, this is plugged in so it looks like it's charging something or being used for something. I've charged my phone off of this, plugged into the USB ports, so that works. And so it's not just a dummy setup, they actually have power to them. So you could just leave, you know, your phone charging cords or whatever cord that you're using to charge a power bank, a flashlight, a watch, whatever, just leave them plugged in. If you just kind of want to not use it as that, but make people think that that's what it's being used for, that would work. But you could also use it to charge your devices. So it really is pretty cool, the fact that they all work, because I kind of anticipated them being like dummy slots, but they actually do work. And through the app, you can also see the other products that they offer. They do have like smoke detector cameras in them and stuff like that. I just want to say before we get into the filming of or showing you how this works and what it looks like in person, if you're going to get something like this, it should be for your house only. Do not use this if you have a rental property. Do not put this in a hotel room or anything like that, because that is highly illegal. This should be used for your home, because this is all you need to be seeing. If you have a rental property, I'm sorry, it's illegal. You cannot record the people that are in your space. If you put this in a hotel room, obviously highly illegal. You cannot be recording what people are doing in their private space, right? Even if it's rented. This should be for your home. But the cool thing about it is that you can have cameras that you can monitor yourself without having to pay a monthly subscription fee to some other company, because obviously over time that just keeps getting more expensive. This one-time fee of buying the camera, and then you can hook it to your phone or connect it to your phone and record everything from there, take pictures from there, and then of course also record and have an SD card in here that you can also hand over to police or emergency services of some sort if you need to. So all of that is pretty cool. And I really love this idea that it looks just like something that's going to be in a house anyway, and it's also functional and can do all the things you need to do, which is charging other devices or powering other devices that are in your kitchen and stuff, because you got these slots right here, these power outlet slots. So let me get the camera set back up, get it plugged back in, power back up, and then I'll show you what it looks like using it. But in the meantime, if you like content like this, please hit the like button, the share, subscribe, all the things to help with the algorithm, so I can keep getting gear like this, so I can bring it to you to tell you what I think about it and if it works or if it doesn't. Because to me, a lot of times before I buy things, I go to YouTube as well, just like a lot of people, and want to see if somebody has reviewed it and what they think about it. And so that's what I love doing. All right, give me just a minute, and for you it'll be a couple seconds, and we'll be right back, and I will show you how it works and what it looks like when it's in use. Okay, so I'm just gonna right out the gate apologize for the lighting. The lighting in my kitchen is very yellow, and so I have a flashlight, another work light that are here so that you can see the device as it's plugged in, what it's doing. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and show you how this works. Let me move this over here. So to show you that the outlet part works, oops, you can see it's now charging my watch. Let's disconnect, reconnect. So you can see that's charging my watch, so you know that one works. And then if I plug this in, we're going to do the same thing. Now it's charging watch just from the USB outlet, right? So this is, to me, a really great idea. Let's brighten it up some more. Just because, like I said, I mean, you can actually be charging your devices and recording what's happening. And in a second, I will turn the camera or show you the app. Let's just go ahead and do that now. So here's your app. Don't need a light for that. This is going to be in play. So obviously you see me standing here. If you want to look at the functions, you have your alarm messages, photos, record, and that's video. You can take pictures or video. You can separate it into albums, look at your SD files. This is all the times that it has been recorded, and I'll just show you. You get a download or play depending on what you want to do with it, just to see what was going on. So this was my kitchen, and the reason why I set it up where I did is because of the back door. The camera that I had before that died was recording what was happening in the back door because I already have a camera at the front door. But this gives an opportunity now for, if people come in, I can actually record them and them not know they're being recorded. Now, pros and cons to that, obviously, just because if people know they're being recorded, they may or may not change their behavior. I worked in loss prevention for a while. I've seen people knowing their own camera did not change their behavior. But this could potentially change their behavior. But I'm sure if somebody's going to break into a house, they're usually going to have their face covered. But at least you got an option to get some type of description off of them. And that can go a long way. And you can literally use this to hand to the police to let them know who was in your house. Also, emergency services of some other kind, it could be used to, prove that you were not at fault if somebody got hurt in your home or something like that. Like, there's a lot that you can do with evidence, video evidence at that can protect you from outside forces, so to speak. I guess the best way to describe it. Either people breaking in or something goes wrong in your house. You now have video evidence of what's going in your house. So I love this idea. But again, I'm just going to say, this is, and I'll face the camera now. This should be something that you use for security in your home. Do not use something like this to spy on other people, right? I know it's called a spy camera. It's a spy camera for your house, not for other people. It is highly illegal to put this in a hotel room, in a rental property, or anything like that. So do not do that at all. This should be for your home, to have a hidden camera to record what's going on in your house, so that people if unwanted individuals come into your home, you have evidence that they were there unwanted and evidence of what they did. So that is what this should be used for. I'm just going to keep making that disclaimer because I don't want people to think that I'm okay with sticking a camera like this in a place that is inappropriate or illegal. This is just used to be able to disguise the camera so that you can use it to record the events of what's going on and be able to use that to hand to law enforcement when hopefully it won't happen to you, but some unfortunate event does occur. You have recorded evidence, just like a dash cam. Like, it's a great thing to have because you can record what's going on around you. It's legal, you're in public, but if somebody does something and tries to claim that you were in the wrong, but you were in the right, now you have video evidence of it. So this is kind of the same idea. Is you may have people in your house that were welcomed in the beginning, and then something goes wrong, a fight breaks out, an argument, dispute, whatever. You can actually show them, well, hey, I had a camera rolling and this shows exactly what happened at the time. And this is going to be used in court to help defend yourself and prove the point that you're trying to make, or back your side of the argument of being, hey, this person was welcome and then they weren't, or they said this and then this is what happened. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, but the fact that I can view it from my phone and I can do it from anywhere, really cool, because I did have an event at my house where, because of my doorbell camera, I saw somebody that walked up and rang the doorbell. I was not home. Only my daughter was. Baby Glock was by herself. And this guy was just facing away from the doorbell and just on his phone. And I could see somebody else standing off down the sidewalk. So I'm texting my daughter, like, hey, do not answer the door. And they sat there for a really long time. And to the point where I was at work and I'm telling my daughter, like, you need to call the police to have them be removed. So being able to witness in real time what's happening is extremely important. But two, being able to collect evidence of what they look like, what they're driving, whatever. Obviously, this camera is not going to be able to witness what's driving, but whatever's going on in your house, you now have a recorded witness that can help you tremendously. And I think that goes a long way. And I think that, I mean, to me, it brings a lot of comfort because I know that, at least I'm fortunate, I work about 5 to 7 minutes, depending on traffic lights, from my house. So if I see somebody breaking in and I know my daughter's at home, I can be there really quickly. Probably about the same time the police will be there, if not sooner sometimes. But knowing what's going on in your home is really important. You can put stuff like this in if you have a room that has pews in it, right? You might want to put something like that in there, a smoke detector, because people are just going to think it's a smoke detector. But if they're trying to break in and steal your pews, or, you know, like, you now have video evidence of them being in your house and trying to take your stuff. So highly recommend this type of product just because there's multiple uses that can be extremely helpful. The only downside, and I will say this, the only downside is that it's not connected to automatic law enforcement notification. But at the same time, when you're getting notifications that, like, this is happening and you can watch your house in real time, you can also call. There may be a slight delay because between when you watch it or notice it, right, as opposed to it being automatic. But this is no monthly fee. This is just a one-time purchase of, you buy the camera, you can, and I just noticed, and I apologize, the camera's kind of tilted. But this is something that you can still respond to. You can still take care of by contacting police yourself because you're seeing it happen in real time. And you can tell them as it's going on. You can be on when the 911 dispatcher and tell them exactly what they're wearing, what they're doing in your house, what they're picking up, like all that kind of stuff. So you're building a mountain of evidence to protect you and to help you recover potentially the stuff that you've lost. So guys, like, I think it's a really cool product. You just have to use it in the right legal way. I don't like the term spy camera just because it makes it sound like it's nefarious, but using it in the correct manner is extremely important. And so with that being said, I would recommend you getting one because I do like the idea of being able to record people without knowing they're being recorded if they're in my house and they're not supposed to be in my house, right? Or if they're in my house and they were invited but something goes wrong, I like to know that, like, hey, if I can't get to my phone to start recording what they're doing and it's now my word against their word, I like having something that the camera does not lie, right? I mean, you can manipulate videos for media and all that kind of stuff, but for the most part, in your home, you can show and it's being recorded and they have the whole recording of everything that happened. So I think it's a great idea for something for those that want to be prepared and those that want to secure their homes. I think it's a great idea. Okay, guys, in the meantime, be prepared. Record the things around you, but also have fun in life. And in the meantime, be prepared, have fun, and check out the CamDuck Spy Cam. I think you will really like it.